Hello everyone, this is Amber with Staying Crafty, and today I'm just going to be doing a really quick video of putting together a pop-up card. So I have used the Technique Tuesday stamp set Zoology, and I've stamped a zebra, a monkey, a crocodile, and a hippo. And each one of these I have stamped with Stampin' Up! Classic ink and colored in with their markers. So they turned out very cute. Also from that same stamp set, this says Wild. The original sentiment says Wild About You, and I just chose to use one of these little ink pads so that I could only ink up the wild part and leave the About You blank, and then just stamped it onto this cloud, which I cut from my Serenade Cricut cartridge. I cut another cloud, different style, and wrote So on it. So that's what it's going to say inside is So Wild. So the basics are pretty simple. What I'm going to do is decide how I want my animals. It probably only makes sense for me to have 3 down here. Whatever's left over I can put up here on the top of the card. You don't want to cut more than halfway into your card to create the pop-up, or your tab will hang out and become more fragile. So we want to make sure we don't do that. Now what I'm going to do, just to mark where I'm cutting, is slide my craft mat under here, just self-healing craft mat, nothing fancy. And I could have also done this before. And in the monkey's case, I'm kind of going to lift him up. Alright, so I'm just going to poke a hole that generally tells me where I'm going to be cutting. Oh dear, okay. Well, I kind of still have my layout. Alright, so that's how I'm going to tell myself where to cut the holes. And they're not real obvious from the back, but you can see them. So what I'm going to do is take a nice long pair of scissors, and I want to use a long pair because then I'll get a straight line. If I use my little tiny precision scissors, then I could get all wavy and choppy looking up through here. If all you have is short precision scissors, then you're probably going to want to use a ruler and a pencil and draw lines first. So we want to do this with the card folded because we do want to cut through both layers of the card. Just one notch. I'm going to make these fairly fat just to give them a good spot to hang on to. The thinner they are, the more flimsy they are, but of course the thicker they are, the more obvious they are. So it's kind of one of those in moderation type balancing acts. Okay, there's the first 2 slits cut. I don't know how well you can see that, but there's those. And I am moving on to the last little one here. Okay, and I think I got them pretty even. I always cut just a tad bit more if I have a real problem. Okay, so now what I do is I take my tabs that I cut and I kind of push them in, and then I'm going to have them stand up like this, and when I fold the card in, they're going to get smushed the other direction, leaving gaps where they are. So that's the basic construction for the actual pop-up mechanism. So all I need to do now is adhere my animals to my pop-up pieces and my clouds down and all that type of business. Okay, the inside's almost done. What I need to do now, or what I want to do now, is add just a little bit of green here to look like grass and kind of give me a place to sign. So I'm going to line it up, flip it over. Oh, you can't even see. Draw a pencil line along that and cut up that pencil line. And if it's not exactly precise, I can trim it again. And if it's a little shorter than I wanted, that'll be fine. So That's why I'm okay with flipping it over backward without using a temporary adhesive or something to really make sure it's exact, because it's just not that crucial. Okay. So, I'm going to adhere my grass down. Pretty predictable next step. And then our task is going to be making the outside of the card look nice, because this is not a nice outside to a card. Okay, so the inside's completed. I'm going to go ahead and grab some paper to do the outside, and I will be right back. Okay, so I've cut a really nice looking piece of paper for the outside, and obviously I don't want to adhere anything to the flaps that have to fold inward or it'll ruin the functionality of the card. So I'm just going to put plenty of adhesive everywhere else, and it will conceal those holes and look wonderful. I use a ton of adhesive on my cards. I always have, I probably always will. It's the thing with me. You don't need to use this much, I'm sure. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oops. Well. The bad thing about Glue Glider Pro is if you do what I just did, you have to be really careful when you're just pulling it up, because it's a really good, strong adhesive. Oh, crap, 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 crap. This just isn't coming out very well. Well, I'm just going to have to work with it. I don't know what I'm going to do. Might trim some parts, and I don't know. Let's see. I guess I'll trim away this part. There's my card. And I'm going to sign the inside here, but I want like a sentiment on the outside. I want it to say, "Your life is about to get," and then when you open it up, it will say, "So wild." So I wrote my sentiment again, and it still just isn't looking right in this proportion. So I'm going to cut a tiny piece of paper the size I wanted it. It's 2.5 by 3.5, and then I'll trim the blue down and I'll layer them, and hopefully that'll help fix our problem. Okay, I'm gonna use the second side because at least I have it a little more centered. Okay, this I'm not gonna be able to trim based on the size per se, but just have to be kind of careful. I'd like to get it down to 3. And it looks like I'm gonna be able to do that. So this one's 2 by 3. That's cute. Alright, I like it. So I'm just gonna adhere this together. Just attach this to the front of my card. Oop, helps if I put it the right way. I do not need any more mistakes today. Okay. Alright. So here's our card. Your life is about to get so wild. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fabulous crafty day.